Starting the stream. Gonna see if YouTube picks it up. Amy just responded. Boop boop. So we're gonna grab the link here. Grab that link. Grab it. Right, clipboard. Go here. Go. Boom. Copy paste. Boo. Thought I would go live. Boom. There we go. We got one more that we got to send an invite to. Maybe I should invite Anna Rose too. Although I think that might just get crazy. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Just send an invitation to Brian Clark. Okay. Okay. Cheers, everyone. Cheers. Beginning of the stream, usually, if you want to skip ahead, you can skip ahead 3 minutes. It takes a minute for people to pile in. Should they come in? I didn't give anybody really a heads up. I said, hey, I'm going to go live. What's up? What you want to talk about? And usually it's me just kind of sitting here, I don't know, getting ready, chilling out. Waiting for the chat. Putting that ink on my coffee cup. How you doing, everybody? What's up? Ray. When I say it that way, it's hard for me to come up with a Star Wars theme. What is it? Now I have Zelda. Dun 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 dun. Ray. And even if I go with Ray again, it makes it hard. I'll practice. I'm sorry. I could do better. What you want to talk about? I woke up mad today. And then I went out and everybody was mad. And I was like, man, I think there's something in the air. Actually, what I was thinking about, like, so my wife's reading what I like. I refer to it as vampire smut, which isn't, like, it's not the most generous thing, but it's also how I feel about all those weird, like, fucked by a werewolf books that you girls read. What? I mean, I'm Team Jacob, but what? I sleep really hot warm. Like, I like to sleep without a shirt on because I get really hot. My daughter does too. In fact, like, I don't know. I walk into her room in the morning, I'm like, oh my God, it's like a sauna. She's just sitting there, like, sweating. From all the energy that the second-born has. To catch up with the firstborn. Like, holy crap, Ray, if you have another kid, just watch out for that thing. It's got a lot of catching up to do with Kyla. Pro tip, real talk. Anyways, I jest. What do you want to talk about today? Oh yeah, I was mad. So I wake up kind of mad, and it's because, like, I won't go into it, but it's something about the schools here, and it's something so bad about the schools here that I will be joining the PTA as we talk. And that might be my primary issue. Like, I was even talking to Perplexity on, like, how do you pass legislation to get fucking degenerate perverts out of schools? How do you do that? What do we do here? Like, what do we need to... What's the process? Can you help me out? Perplexity was like, here's the process. I can make that work. I can talk to a local legislator. I'm a real estate agent. I'm a licensed professional. And I went to government affairs meetings before the pandemic. I even used to talk at City Hall. We were like, man, we need you to talk at City Hall all the time. And then that was like the beginning of 2020 when they said that. And then things kind of changed a little bit. Anything in particular you want to talk about? I was going to talk about, like, I had ideas on what I wanted to talk about because, you know, we had, like, all the shit that's going on in my personal life or with my friends. I haven't talked about my personal life that much, but, like, there's been rough stuff. But that pales in comparison to, like, the problems that some of y'all are dealing with or the problems in the world at the moment. So we're looking at Charlie Kirk, and I have my thoughts on it. I was kind of hoping Amy would be here, but that's fine. Maybe Amy will watch the rebroadcast. And then she'll say, you should write a book. And then I'll be like, what book? And she'll be like, I don't know. And I'll be like, oh. Cool. Awesome. Thanks. Fuck yeah, we're back. But I was thinking about, what about the UK? Why don't we take a... Hey, Ray Ray, it's you and me. And not Dupree. So we're going to go over here. We're going to click this thingy. So then we do display capture. Yeah, we double click that. Then we go over here. Then we go to X. And then we go back here. Okay. And then we have to like touch on X, I think, maybe. There you go. There you go. Okay, sized. Now, as a result of this, I'm going to lose your comments. Why isn't... do I need to... Catherine Herridge, why aren't you bigger? What if I just Command plus? Is that what I need to do? Ray Ray, you're my tech support right now. And I can't... This is so annoying. Did I fix anything? Oh, it looks... Okay, there we go. Oh, it's easier to read, too. That's great. Amy is here! Amy, we were just talking about you. Forgive me for everything I just said. I didn't mean it. I promise. You can ask Ray Ray. She'll be like, oh my god, he was talking about how much he loves you and how great he thinks you were. Because I was. Anyways, there we go. Comey. So Catherine Herridge, it looks like you fit in there okay, but now I'm like, God, what cell am I even working on at the moment? This looks terrible. Is this okay for you guys? Is this okay for you guys? Where's your chat? Oh my god, the chat disappeared. Remember, like, when I used to do this and I had everything together and sized perfectly so I could follow, like, all the chats and everything? See, look, there we went. And now it just went all weird. Oh, there you are, Catherine Herridge. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And actually, we're not looking at Catherine Herridge right now. We'll go back to me. Amy, whatever you want to talk about, let's talk about it. But I was going to talk about England. There's something more pressing than... fuck it. We'll talk about England. Let's do English protests. English protest. We might just need to go to Sargon of Akkad. Breaking. So, global disturbance. Global dissident. Hey, global dissident. Do I know anybody who's following you? Chris Martinson. I don't even know who you are. So, it's a bot. Anyways. Breaking. Over 1 million protesters flood the streets of London. This is the largest protest in British history and a massive stand for free speech. The message is clear. The people have had enough. The system is breaking. Maybe we should check out Tommy Robinson. I wonder if his Twitter says anything. If he even has one. Robinson. There we go. Tommy Robinson. Oh, he should... the Union Jack. He should have St. George's flag. UK's largest free speech festival, London Rises Free Speech. Make sure if you put a black guy right in the middle with a bunch of union stuff, that really helps guys, so then they don't call us no racist. Blah, blah, blah. Christian YouTuber gives review of Unite the Kingdom rally. That's what it was. Unite the Kingdom. So what's going on in England? Well, they're kind of mad at all of the pedo gangs and the rapes and the migrants, and they want to kick them out. And so they just had a 1 million person rally with this guy who started it. And then there were even counter protesters. Like, let's go to Owen Jones here, see if he's reporting. Owen Jones. Owen Jones is I want to say Guardian reporter. Socialist, anti-fascist writer in various places, geriatric millennial, GQ's ninth worst dressed man in 2016, he, him. That's kind of all we really need to know. And look at that little pouty face. Let me see if I can bring that down a little bit. You gotta check out the... What is that spine? Look at this. Look at that S-curve. Do you see that? Like, I'm literally working out my traps in my upper back and middle back so this shit doesn't happen. This guy's younger than me. Anyways, Brexit was the beginning, but this should do it. Well, you know, this should do it. It's gonna, no, it's not. It's gonna, I'm sorry. It's the start. Okay, like, I would say, you know, Brexit was like the prologue. Actually, like, Brexit and the first Donald Trump were like the advertisement saying that a new good book's gonna be coming out. Let me see. They started sending people to jail for tweets, and they fucked around and found out. They faffoed. Hopefully, changes are made in a drastic way. So here's where this is. So let's get to see what he said. Oh, he's gonna pin tweet. You know, this government is going to use the Charlie Kirk assassination to launch an authoritarian crackdown. Well, they want a whole bunch more killing before they go fucking crazy, but that's kind of the move, I think. Political groups and media outlets deemed hostile are going to be targeted. The U.S. lurching toward right-wing dictatorship. Fucking God willing. I jest. I actually would love it for the republic to, like a constitutional republic to stand. That'd be pretty great. And for us to have, like, extreme states' rights where it's like, well, this state can have a rocket launcher and this one can have, like, fucking homeless people everywhere. It seems fair to me. And we're still the same country? Come on, everybody, please. Anyways, so let me see. Yeah, we're lurching towards Donald New York. Trump administration sees on Kirk killing to target the left. Fucking, they should. In fact, I would actually, if I could stop real quickly, they ain't doing enough. They are not doing enough to stomp this shit out. Like, so I don't even know where to begin. Like, where do we access this? I wrote an article, which I need to edit, proofread, and I'll send it out. And it's my thoughts on the Charlie Kirk killing, because it's like I have fucking 20 thoughts about it, and those 20 thoughts are like 100 thoughts. Like, if I were to actually like get all of my thoughts down on paper about it, it'd be 150 pages at the end. And who wants to read that? That's not the book I'm writing, Amy. I need to interview... I need it... So when I go back to Albuquerque, I would love to interview Kane and be like, so, dude, what do you guys want? And that'll be my content. Like, whatever he says. I'm not going to say he's the producer, but he's definitely... He'll be the brainchild of it. That'll be his thing. Oh, on a side note, Nick Fuentes is definitely too far on the crazy side for me. Yeah, well, I can see that. Here's the thing. They fucking killed Charlie and they got Nick. Seriously. He's next. Like, he's fucking next. He's the heir apparent. No joke. Congratulations, dumb fucks. That's what you got. So, going back over here real quickly. So, Owen Jones has a point. And specifically, if I may, what is Nick, where is Nick too far on the crazy side? If it's the Christian nationalism, I could kind of see that. If it's the, man, we need to cut bait and run, and the fuck is going on in this country. Yeah, like also not having sex before marriage. I mean, come on, and only having sex to procreate. I mean, that might... He needs a bro. Like, actually, so we're going to real talk Nick Fuentes real quickly for a second here. So Nick was, I'd actually, well, there's a couple of things here. There's a number of things here. I would recommend checking out Nick Fuentes' rant about black people and about Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. Okay? Just fucking listen to what he says. It makes a lot of sense. And you also get, like, he is the king of podcasting or live streaming on the right at the moment. And he might just be the best out there is. Like, that kid's really good. He's really, 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 really good at this. He's charismatic. He's funny. He's smart. He actually has a script. He has producers. Like, he's got good lighting. He don't give no fuck. Oh, Kane is smart. Kane's a really smart guy. So I would love to talk to Kane so I could be like, hey, Kane, what would you like as an alternative to Nick Fuentes or Sam Hyde? Because also, they've already tried killing Nick. Like, they've literally already tried assassinating this kid. And it was one fucking weird deranged leftist. And I think he even killed another couple people, like, before he went over to try and kill Nick. And they called the cops and whatever happened. But Sam Hyde's next. Like, is that what you want? You want the fucking chuds? You know who Sam Hyde is? Here, he's pretty goddamn funny. I don't watch any of his stuff. Let me rephrase that. I've watched some of his stuff, and I don't really watch his stuff that much. And the reason for that is he's a chud. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the... Let's just try this here. Sam Hyde. That's what's next, okay? That motherfucker. And he describes himself as American comedian. But, like, let me see if I can find the meme. Here's him with, like, I don't fucking even know what gun. There's, like, I think an AK. Someone with a banana clip. Let me do Sam Hyde meme. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba. And I would like to just point out real quickly that virtually all of these things are him jacked. Like, the dude's huge. Hola, Senor Dan Lamborghini. Let's talk. We're talking Sam Hyde. The conversation is they whacked Charlie. Now they get Nick. If they whack Nick, they get Sam. And, like, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but, like, everybody's got, like, all these pictures are him with guns and shit. And one of the fans, like, actually, I'll get to that in a second. But Sam Hyde, we will win. Ah, there we go. There's the meme. Quote, can I somehow bring it over here? Dan Lamborghini, how do I make this bigger? Facebook? Oh, I don't want to be on Facebook, but whatever. When we win, do not forget that these people want you broke, dead, your kids raped and brainwashed, and they think it's funny. Okay, that's who's next. That's who's next. That's what you fucking get for killing fucking poor Charlie. And if you touch little Nick's face, don't you dare. Don't you dare touch Nick. Little angel. Oh yeah, Nick Fuentes. That's where I was fucking going with this. So, like, you know, this precocious young boy, 18, going to college, decides that he wants to be part of, like, the campus Republicans because he's a little conservative kid and starts writing and gets picked up by a... I can picture her face. I can't think of her name. I want to say Sweeney, but that's not it. It don't matter. But someone over at Daily Wire picks him up, and he does some writing, and then he's like, hey, wait a second, why are we giving Israel all this money? Shut the fuck up. Why are we giving Israel? You need to shut up. Why are we giving... They seem to cause a lot of problems. Why are you doing that? Hey, but could you go, why? And so then it's like, we need to destroy this kid because he keeps on asking questions about the Jays. And so he's like, why do I have to... why? And so he starts doing his streaming in his little college basement of, like, his roommate's room, and he's just like, why can't I talk about the Jays? And every time he talks about the Jays, he gets in more trouble. And so this is like, Jordan Peterson said that the worst thing that you could do to a paranoid person is to give them reasons to be paranoid. And that's what they did. And so this kid's been just sitting in a basement streaming to, like, 10,000 radicals for God knows how long, 7 years, and then started breaking into the mainstream because, well, he was canceled enough and trolled enough. And I mean, he was at the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville. He was at whatever it's called, January 6th. The insurrection. Is it January 6th? Didn't go to jail for it. He has reasons for not going to jail. Like, he didn't actually break any laws, and he did spend a crap load of money on defense. I don't think Nick's a Fed, by the way. But whatever. And so what happened is there was a breakdown of communication with Nick, and he got extreme. And so we have a guy like Charlie who was just trying to communicate with a whole bunch of people, and he got taken out. And so there's, like, it seems like there's a problem with just communicating, and they don't want us to communicate with one another and talk across the aisles. Because at the end of the day, this isn't like a left-right problem. We have an up-down problem. Like, fucking Amy, you tell me, didn't Blackstone just buy PNM? And I think they bought more energy in New Mexico. But that's like, you know, this giant fucking money fund, I think out of Canada. Are they Canadian? Blackstone Wiki. Blackstone Wikipedia. Boom. Blackstone Incorporated. Oh, American investment. Never mind, I lied. What do I know? Where are they based out of? New York City. Oh, it's them Jays. Just kidding, I'm just kidding, everybody. That was a joke. They do think it's funny. This last week proved that. Thanks, Dan Lamborghini. I finally got your comment. Yes, they do think it's funny. And so fucking, he ain't joking. You kill Nick, you get Sam. You get Sam, and then you get the fucking special operators. Like, something Sam's been asking is like, okay, so Charlie Kirk security was Jocko Willink. Let's go down a conspiracy hole. Should we do that? We're going to go in a K-hole for a minute. A C-hole. We're going to go in a C-hole. Not that one. Ray, Jesus. Again, please, tell me what you want to talk about, and I'll talk about something. Otherwise, it's just going to be my stream of consciousness without notes. I don't even remember what I just got on Twitter to look at. Sam Hyde, Blackstone. They think it's funny. Damn, if you guys could help me out here. Really appreciate it. Oh, well, that thought's lost. I can see Owen Jones' silly face. Oh, yeah, let's go with Sargon. Let's see what Sargon's saying about all this stuff. Actually, we're going back to Owen Jones real quickly. No, I don't want to look at his stupid fucking picture. Although I gotta give the left credit, they're generally better at graphics. Like Live Laugh Love is, it's very inspiring, girls, but we need some more art. Let me see. I want to see the protest and his reaction to the protest. Keir Starmer sucks. We got that. Okay. Man, this is a lot of tweeting. It's probably all about, like, Gaza in the United States. Come on. Yeah, there ain't nothing about that rally here. Or, like, video of it. Because it was just too damn big. Yeah, so anyways, a million freaking UKers, actually not Englishmen, good strong Englishmen of English character said, give them immigrants out of here because our country sucks. And that's it. Blackstone is taking over PNM. They're Canadian. Dan S., I don't remember. Help me out. What was I going to talk about? Help me. Dan, Amy, please. Okay, well, Amy brought up Candace Owens. Yeah, so, like, can we talk Candace Owens for a second here? Like, it's true that she doesn't give an F, but if I may play devil's advocate for a second, Bridget Macron is a chick. Like, the relationship's weird, sure, but, like, she's a fucking chick, and Candace is like, I'm gonna go ahead and I won't shut the fuck, I want to know the truth, and which I would just say is right, left up, left, right, up, down. That's what we were talking, Dan S. We're back. Sorry, driving around, hard to respond. It's okay. Well, Amy doesn't have that problem. Amy's like, oh, okay. Here, drive my elbows. Oh, those fucking guys, them bastards. Which is sick. You ain't gotten in a wreck doing that yet. Actually, I think when we first met, you rear-ended somebody because you were texting. Is that right? Remembering that? Amy, put your phone. Actually, pick up your phone. Talk to me. What do you want? Left, right, up, down. They want us fighting. Watch this Chase Hughes video. I'm not going to play it, but you should watch it. YouTube, which, like, everything's going to look like crap for a second because my screen's set up for Twitter. Chase Hughes, Charlie Kirk. So this video right here, Chase Hughes, tipping point. It's got 3.5 million views in 3 days. And it's also doing the rounds on Twitter and some of the other stuff. Like, you want to do Chase Hughes, Kirk's death exposed the biggest scam in history. And what he has to say, and what I have to say, and what many have said, it must be said, this is the fucking intelligence agencies and the oligarchs, whatever the fuck their merger is, like, whatever the comment, and I can't believe I'm fucking doing this, but whatever the fucking, like, thing between DC and San Francisco is, it's them trying to fucking take over and have their planter look at all of our buttholes so we can be monitored and make sure that we don't, like, crap all over a Toyota ad or Tesla ad so we can buy more Toyotas and Teslas and just keep this economy going instead of, taking out the top floor of, I don't know, every single corporation in the United States and every single government agency in the United States. Like, those are the bad guys. Like, because of context, like, it's in the fucking boardrooms and it's in DC, okay? So we have, like, these rich assholes who are, like, they know they got it coming. Like, the Federal Reserve, the central bankers must know that they have it coming, okay? And we can even include, like, oil executives or even the equity groups. Like, everybody knows that they got it coming, but they just keep stealing. And also, like, we'll just say fucking Fauci is like an example of, and Brennan. Like, those guys are examples of bureaucrats just gone mad, like, completely out of control. Like, Brennan was a fucking savage butcher and a killer, and then he goes on MSNBC and talks about how Trump bad is, and I'm sure all of you guys hate Fauci. Like, you guys hate Fauci more than I am. Amy just said, they are the news now. Could you please elaborate on that quote? Because I don't know it off the top of my head. Conspiracies. Please tell me more. Seaholes. I don't even remember what Seahole was. It was a K-hole. And now I'm just thinking about peaches. Anyways, So, up, down. We're going to go with up, down. We're going, like, that one's gone. That one's gone. Like, maybe it'll come back, Amy, but I think it's gone. The book, now I'm unconvinced. What book? You're just, oh my God, are you turning, you sound like Brian. Are you reading Q shit? Are you following, like, The Last Patriot? Who is the Q person? Like, the freaking, the crying medic? The praying medic. Are you reading The Praying Medic? If so, stop. It's bad. Up, down, left, right. We'll get to the left in a minute. But up, down. Oh, yeah. So, DC, San Francisco. This freaking thing where it's like, oh, well, the CIA is going to seed a bunch of money for Facebook, and the CIA is going to seed a bunch of money for Apple, and fucking seed a bunch of money for Oracle. So, like, the whole, like, the architecture of the entire internet comes, and computers and everything come, with the exception of GPS, which we'll get to that in a second, comes from DARPA. Like, the fucking Military Intelligence Experimental Lab, and the Israelis. But I did get rear-ended, but I don't know that I was on my phone. You were totally texting. You said it. I remember. I vaguely remember this. You were driving. You had like a silver Civic. Is that right? Talk to Tess, but I cut you off, so I can do it. Lol. Okay. Talk to Tess. Which, by the way, Apple, why the fuck can I talk to Perplexity and she understands what I'm saying, but Siri, who's existed for 15 years, can't work? Like, just explain that one to me. Just explain how you guys did that with your fucking $4 trillion worth of value or whatever preposterous, absurd amount it is. I digress. Now I'm just annoyed. Ray, what are we going to talk about? Fucking God. Let's talk about the left. So, we're going to go back to Sam Hyde. And so it's like, and they think it's funny. So, Charlie Kirk is this fucking god. And then people make memes, and they send memes to his wife. What? And they send memes to all of his friends. What? And they're just joking around. And so, going to Amy's FAFO comment, something that's happening in real time right now, people are doing, is they're just making spreadsheets and databases. Dan S., do you remember in 2020 when Ian was like, I'm going to make a database with all of the MAGA bumper stickers and yard signs, and them's going to get it. Well, now the right is doing it, and they're going on and getting a everybody fired campaign. Like, a number of journalists have got it. They should. A number of people at Chipotle have gotten it, and they should. Because, to be quite honest, anybody who's, like, celebrating, like, teachers have gotten it, and fucking nurses and surgeons. So, like, anybody, I would be suspect of having anybody have any authority over me, my wife, or my children that thinks political assassination's funny as long as it's on the other side. Like, you know, I went to a family thing, and that's what's really had my, like, brain kind of going. Like, it wasn't as bad as you think it is, but it certainly wasn't good. And I was pretty mad. And so I just focused on, you know, political assassination is a really bad idea and it's not good and we shouldn't do that stuff. Political assassination, something, help me out here. It's not good. Not good. People laughing at it. Oh! So one of the things I heard was, well, you know, with violent, hateful rhetoric like that, what do you expect? You know who's we'll just say as bad as Charlie Kirk as far as rhetoric? AOC. So when AOC gets misted, are these same people going to be laughing? Are they going to be laughing? Are they going to think this is a good old time? Are they going to be excited about, you know, going out and killing some chuds and Republicans and Christians? No, they're going to be pretty upset about it, and they're not going to understand why. And do I think the right's going to be pretty terrible about it? I expect there will be enough. There will be enough guys who say terrible, horrible things. I bet there's more condemnation from the right than the left, though. Should we not all be paying attention like that? To what? Oh, yeah, we should. Yeah, we should totally be paying. And I think what you're saying, I think there's a lag with the comments, so I apologize, guys. I blame me. I blame me more than YouTube. Because I love YouTube. I love Google so much. Please make my streaming faster so I can follow my chat. I'd really appreciate it. Make my channel bigger so I can talk to a bunch of people and make money. Make money. lots of it with your beautiful viewership. What should we talk about, guys? What should we talk about? Should I just check? The VP said something. I haven't been able to watch it. Here's something. Are you guys overloaded? Are you guys just kind of fried from all of this shit? Like, have you just seen so many opinions on something where it's like, okay, follow the right rabbit. Oh, like Ian, we should all be paying attention? Well, okay, gotcha. Thank you for that clarification. I think I'm going to go with White Rabbit, because at least I have your comments there so I can, trail back to what I was thinking about. I apologize. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. So there was a bunch of like, okay, so these people on 4chan think they found who the killer is. His name's Vasquez, like something Vasquez. And we think we found him and blah, 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 and so they're doing their search or whatever. And then it's like, oh, could this be Al-Qaeda? Could this be like Iran? Like Scott Adams, threw out possibility of Iran. Kristen Ruby. I was thinking about showing you one of her thingies. If you want to, oh yeah, the rabbit hole. Now I'm back. Kristen Ruby. So we'll get back to that. So I have a couple of, breadcrumbs to get back to whatever the crap I was thinking of. But there's all this follow the white rabbit stuff. So it's like, was it the Israelis? Was it the blah? Like, was it the Groypers? So like Candace and her cronies are kind of like using this as an opportunity to throw shade at Nick. And it's just maddening. It's just maddening. What I can see is all of the different factions of the right communicating this stuff. And it's just crazy. And it's like there's a bunch of conspiracy theories. And then there's Russian bots. And there's Iranian bots. And there's Indian bots. And there's American bots. Just feeding all of this insanity. And then there's people saying shit that they shouldn't be saying. And they get in a bunch of trouble. And like, you're like, oh, looking all over the place while also being like, I don't know, a little bit PTSD'd. I'm fucking annoyed at like going on Twitter to find out what happened, and I watched the video as a result of it. Like, I'm not, because it's just like, it's really fast, like an 8-second clip. You're just like, wait, what's that? Oh, God. And that's in my brain for fucking ever. Thanks again, Apple. Thanks again, cocksuckers. But it's a bit exhausting and it's really irritating. Like, just jumping around all of this stuff, trying to figure out what's going on. There's like, I can't watch any more videos on this. I can't listen to anybody else talk about it, because what I see is people using it as an opportunity to forward their agenda. Like, I'm still at sad. I'm still at like, this fucking thing's so sad. As kids were there, it's sad. And like, people are using it as an opportunity to be mean and nasty and shitty and awful about each other. Like, that's sad. The fucking doxing, I think, is some comeuppance, though. That one I'm actually real happy about. I'm going to be happy about every single transgender person who fucking goes out there and says, ha ha ha, Charlie Kirk's dead. Because them motherfuckers tried getting me fired in 2020. So I don't feel sympathy for them. And I'm not, and like, I'm going to admit that I'm not the bigger person here. Like, I am not a bigger person. I take fucking pleasure in this. Sorry, dickheads. But, it's like, my monkey brain can handle 500 friends, they say. My poor monkey brain can handle 3. But, like, so it's like I have a limited amount of empathy and compassion and, like, just capacity for the world. And, your awfulness is just making me tune it out. Because I'm like, fuck you guys. Because Daddy's busy. I got to go make some Pop-Tarts. Definitely lag. I'm not overloaded, just really focused on friend/foe and how to identify what to do about people who just aren't Americans anymore. Damn! Damn, if they take out Sam, they get Dan S. Shit. Man, and Mike Shelby. I guess we'll talk about Mike. Check him out. I'm going to open up another little tab here. Here's somebody you should follow on Twitter. Read his book. I think I mentioned it last week. Mike. We don't follow each other, but we've interacted a little bit. And I'm gonna actually let's Let's go to Perplexity over here. Because I think it'll do a perfectly fine summary. And it's like, who is Mike Shelby of Forward Observer? Uki might like Forward Observer, by the way. He might actually, I don't know if you're, actually your husband's busy all the time making a shitload of money. But if he's ever looking for content on YouTube, he's really paranoid, he might check out Mike. Let me see. Mike Shelby, and I'll read it for you. Mike Shelby is a former military intelligence non-commissioned officer, NCO, and contractor who has served multiple deployments in Iraq and Afghanistan. He is best known as the founder and CEO of Forward Observer, a private intelligence firm and news service that specializes in delivering intelligence analysis, situational awareness, and preparedness guidance to individuals and organizations. Shelby's work is focused on helping people understand and prepare for geopolitical, economic, and security threats through actionable intelligence training and network building. Forward Observer publishes regular reports and offers training to help communities build resilience, with Shelby leveraging his military intelligence background to adapt professional intelligence processes for civilian use. He is also the author of the Area Intelligence Handbook, a guide designed to help people conduct area studies, improve their understanding of local risks and assets for emergency preparedness. In summary, Mike Shelby is an intelligence specialist and CEO of Forward Observer, known for applying military-style intelligence to community and preparedness efforts in the civilian space. This guy. There you go. Who's a bit of a chud. If you watch his YouTube channel and be like, man, he's got that chud physiognomy. Okay, so he says, yeah, we're screwed. Yeah, we might be. Where was I going with this? There's a point here, Dan S., and I will get to it. I want to read this one. Far left subreddits are still saying the shooter was right-wing raper. Days after we know he wasn't, they're still peddling that narrative to absolve the left of any culpability. What happened to disinformation experts who fact-check this stuff? Which is why I'm saying, like, you know, why little Nick? Why you gotta go after little Nick? Dan S. says Forward Observer is good, so is S2. I remember S2. No, we're not doing that. Sir, son of a bitch, sir, no. I don't need to look at your stupid face right now. No disrespect. No disrespect. Far left subreddits. Who was I going to just Twitter? I'm so scatterbrained today, guys. I need help. And the lag is not helping. Aft, lab thing, sorry. Oh, well, we'll just go back to this guy because this is interesting enough. So he's got the Area Intelligence Handbook, which you can read. You can't buy it. You can't buy the physical book. It's only in PDF right now. And I've talked to him enough, and also John Robb, who I cite all the time, and both of them are like, dude, you need to do an area study. So Dan S., you need to do an area study. Amy, you need to do an area study. Ray, we talked about it. Do an area study. Jacob, do an area study. My kid's in school now I can start. And just from like a professional, like, so, you know, I'm a real estate agent. I'm going to do an area study because I need to know like all of my, you know, allies, my competition, who can I talk to, who are the movers and shakers in the city. So if I find out there's a development coming, like, you can absolutely use this stuff. You can apply. Here's one of the fucked up things about what the CIA's come up with and the intelligence agencies. If this stuff applies really well to business. Like, holy crap, does it really work really well in business? So, yeah, we need to do area studies. Also, you know, friendlies and foes. I talked about that last week, and I encouraged Kane to do the same thing in his world. Like, anybody who celebrates political assassination in general should not be your friend. Like, I can't think of who they're going to grease on the left, like, when that eventually happens. My big concern would be Obama. Like, he's definitely target number one. Like, if I had to get, like, Oprah might be up there too. But, like, it has to be something that the young people care about. Like, I think Hassan, like, AOC probably has her toe tag already printed out. Which that one's going to be a goddamn nightmare. Because then it's like, oh, it's a woman. That makes it bad. Which you just guarantee that's going to be the thing. And it could also be like, you know, Hassan Piker's going to get it. Area studies in progress. That is a great thing. Are you still like, are you hanging out with your dad out on the ranch? You living in Albuquerque? Where are you at? Still in the ham. The ham. It's gotten so crazy that I even changed my avatar on fucking Twitter. So it's like, I need to be way more anonymous. Which sucks. Like, guys, fucking, I'm not going to pull it out. I'm oiling my guns. These things have been locked up in storage, just disassembled. And I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. He didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was. He's just working and coaching, and that's pretty much his bandwidth. Okay. That's surprising. Like, I saw Brian at, like, Republican thingies. The big Republican thingy. I became a Republican, like 20... When was that? Like, 2010? So I could be part of the nomination process and like try to pick Republican leaders. And then I went to the thingy and I saw Brian there and I hated all the bankers. Like, God, like, man, this is just totally off topic. But I've discovered that I have a bias. And so Alec Hormozy, and I've talked about this before, triggers my bias. And really what my bias is, it's like fucking hate East Coast money. Like, I just despise it. I have absolutely no use for it. Fuck those guys. Okay? And so Republicans are a lot of those guys. Like, you know, they're not those guys, but they're those guys. Like, waspy types. And I just fucking think they're a bunch of cocksuckers. I'm done. That's my little rant. It's my little Catholic rant. So, area study, Mike Shelby. Mike Shelby's worth following. So, part of the reason that I followed him is because... Let's see if he says anything about that. No, he doesn't. Oh, I don't know if I need to show you this one. I haven't even watched this yet. Oh, damn, that's the whole thing? I might show you the beginning of it. Let me know. Do you guys want me to go dark or you don't want me to go dark? It's your call. You guys put it in the chat. Dark, no dark. And the dark would be I'd show you 2 minutes of a video. That's pretty powerful. I saw the beginning of it, and I'm like, I don't need to watch this while my kid's playing with her Frozen toys. Let's just back up a second here. So one of the cognitive dissonance things that I'm having, maybe it's cognitive dissonance, it's one of the fucking mental, like, heavy lifting that I have to do, is I'm checking this shit out, like, what's going on here? Because I'm trying to make sense of this moment. That makes sense? Like we're so far past prediction, like where I can make predictions about stuff, because everybody's a player in all of this, and it's crazy. Oh yeah, by the way, Emmy, did Kane know who Charlie Kirk was? Did Brian not know, but Kane does? Because I want to know if he's like one of those youths that was touched by Charlie. Anyways, bandwidth. So I'm looking at this stuff, and then like my daughter and I have really hit it off recently. Like, she turned 2 and easier to play with and all that stuff. And I've really been going out of my way to like just really be there and nurture for her, because like the little ones get left behind quite a bit, and I want to, and you know, the adults talk over them and they're overwhelmed and everybody's bandwidth, and it's like, you're not a baby no more, we don't need you as much. So I want to make sure that she's like loved and taken care of, and as a result she's just like glommed onto me. She holds me like a koala bear. Which this is not my daughter, but like little koalas like glommed on and like, hey daddy, like so happy. I'm like, hey little kiddo, hey daddy. And I look at my phone, I'm like, God, it's all fucked. Oh hey, hey, I need to put this down. I need to put this down and go hang out with my kid. Kids are great. I have discovered that my passion is the children and helping the children and affecting the children. I will focus on the children more than I need to focus on these fucking terrible motherfuckers on the internet who are going to get it. So, you know, Mike Shelby has been encouraging people for a while to make a list. That guy. Of, you know, friends and enemies. Like, who's your list? Who's your list? Like, keep an eye on all the... I might even go to the tweet, just so I don't butcher it. Yeah, I'm going to go through... Actually, I think I might just go through and read some of these, because these are pretty good tweets, and eventually I'll get to the one that I want to see. That's the video. Gray Zone Intel. It is a privilege to be... Yeah, no, I ain't gonna watch that. Look in there. DNS, be right back. Okay. We're nearly there. This is actually the tweet I was looking for. So this was September 13th. We're on the 14th. Charlie Kirk Data Foundation. Who are these guys? We lawfully conduct private, publicly available data to analyze prominence of support for political violence in the interest of public education. 100,000 followers. Account created. Does that say anymore? September 2025. Followed by 32 others I follow. Holy crap. So we're nearing 50,000 identities, and that was 2 days ago. And so, what does he have to say about it? A few years ago, someone said we could never have a violent domestic conflict because it's too hard to identify political enemies. Beep-bitty-bink-nink, you better watch this stuff. So he's not exactly advocating for it, it seems. We're not going to have uniformed Texas National Guard battling it out in the blah, blah, blah. This may be more to the troubles of Ireland or Italy's lead. I don't know exactly what all of that crap is. More schizo posting or bots. I was reading today that the list is now close to 100,000 people. So of these people who've been making like TikToks and Instagram videos and, you know, thoughts and prayers, but then they go on their Discord chats and just say something fucking terrible stuff or like terrible stuff on Blue Sky. 100,000 people have been identified, and now like a bunch of fucking Republicans are trying to get them all fired. They're just going down a list. They're making a list. They're making spreadsheets. They're fucking going and making databases of their political enemies. And I think we should talk about the shooter for a second, because them trying to pin this on Groypers or Nick Fuentes is pretty gross. Like, I don't know who's doing that. But the kid was like banging a tranny. And actually, if we go with Dan Lamborghini's back, I'll make a mess. Like, so we both know one of these guys. We know one of these guys who's really into chicks with dicks, and like, he's a scary guy. He's a really creepy, weird guy. And out of all of the guys that I've met like that, they're really weird, creepy guys. They're not good. They're bad. They're bad people. Kane Bigley. Holy crap, is that how much of a lag there is? And you said Kane Bigley. Yes, all of his friends too. We're into Charlie Kirk. Man! Amy, I talked about that like 5 minutes ago. Fuck. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. How's Kane doing? Then, okay, how's Kane doing, by the way? Is he doing okay? I hope he is. I hope he's doing all right. Uncle Jacob says it's okay, you focus on your books. You focus on them books and get money. Which apparently you're making that money today with all that Tesla shit. And he's got you two advising him. It's not like Kane needs special advice from Uncle Jacob. But he might, if he's embarrassed to talk about the chicks. Because damn, is there one thing Uncle Jacob knows is the girls. It's the ladies. It's the women's. Them fillies, they love me. Oh yeah, there you go. They are all devastated. The youth was affected the most, aside from his family and friends, obviously. Fucking Christ. So, this is my article, so spoiler alert, I'll read some of it to you. I think this is a mass PTSD event for young men. I really do. Like, I think, like, they shouldn't fucking have to see that. Like, I don't know if Kane saw it. I hope he didn't, but I bet he did. I bet all of his friends did. I bet they all fucking saw it instantly happen and fucking just... Like, fuck, man, that's not cool. That's not cool. Kids don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. I don't feel good after seeing that. I could only imagine young, impressionable me. Like, it's a life-changing moment for them. Like, this is an identity founding. It's definitely creating a new identity, which is a different article that I made, which I should probably, like, finish up and send that to you guys. Like, I could just spit it off the top of my cap real quickly, but that one's like a bitch, because I'm trying to explain, like, how they use information to split our identities, and just keep doing that for always, so we live in, like, Dark City, and just constant, like, fractured engagement of, like, a new fucking terror attack every day, and then our identity's trying to glom around it or whatever. This one's big. like, this is a big fork. He will never fucking forget that. And I doubt he will, he might forget some of the events of it, like the specifics of, like, you know, a tweet, or like maybe not a tweet, but a TikTok or an Instagram reel that he saw of somebody he knows doing something horrible, or something horrible some kid said at school or something. Maybe not at Pius. I don't think the fucking chicks there are dumb enough. There probably are some that are dumb enough, but hopefully not. Hopefully there's some self-selection over there. Or some selection over there. Which might be. Pius was a good school. Pius is a good school. I almost went there. That's besides the point. He's never going to forget the way those people made him feel. Like, the feelings burned in. Like, there will always be a feeling of what the left is there for him, always, 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 and forever, always. And also a lot of these young males. And my concern, my conspiracy theory is that really what they're trying to get us to kill each other. They're trying to fucking get the right and the left to kill each other. Again, problems bottom up, top down, not left right. Or forward backwards. It's really a nexus, guys. I was thinking about this. I'm actually I'm gonna fucking, sorry, it's my show. It's what I do. People talk about the left and the right, and they're it's the wrong thing. There's anarchism and totalitarianism. Nazis and commies are like totalitarians. Anarchists are school shooters, and this one guy I know who lives on a boat. Okay, that's... Alright, so that's where you got... So when they say left and right, really it's like, how much government do you want? How much government do you don't want? That's the big one. And then you got people with shitloads of money, people who've got no money. And then there's like the millionaires and the whatevers, and you know, but up here is just totally different ballgame. And they're the people who make the media. They're the people who own the politicians. They're the whatever. And they want to institute a security state. They would love to do that. They would absolutely love to do that. They can make so much money if Americans just fucking kill each other. And just carve up the globe. And so it seems like we have like these two battling ideas of like, you know, the neoliberals and the neocons, which are kind of the same thing. But like whatever that like those entities are, and you have one that are like the globalists, like we need to have like this big global, everybody's the same, liberalism everywhere, fucking bullshit. And then the other one's like, no, fucking nationalism all the way. Let's get a bunch of this shit going. And the nationalists are more, well, they're both, there's oligarchs on both sides. But these ones would love to fucking disturb everything because they get to take a bunch of turf and make a bunch of money off of it. And maybe even kill some people they don't like. So we're going to definitely be in the age of comeuppance. There's going to be a lot of that. Like, there's going to be a lot of score settling coming, which is a prediction that I will stand by and make. PTSD of the youth. I apologize. I digress. So what happens with PTSD? Let's take a car accident, because that's one that's pretty benign, somewhat relevant, and also has been dealt with. Okay, so you know, so you're driving a car, you're driving along, and then wham, something terrible happens, and you're at the hospital, and terrible happens. Oh my God, the lights are on. Look, see God. Oh, it's terrible. Oh my God, I need to come back. So then you're like, oh, I need to take one of those cars again. And there's something there, okay? There's a little... And your silence is making me not play that Sam Hyde video, so good job for you guys. I will defer to not traumatizing as opposed to traumatizing as my default. Unless I'm in a really bad mood and I've had too much coffee, then I will traumatize you. Anyways, there's like the result of it, okay? So the PTSD, it's like wired in here. You know, it's hijacking your amygdala. It's hijacking your amygdala, which is your fight or flight response. So just looking at car, fight or flight response. Okay? And then like neocortex goes down. Boom, we can't reason as well. You know, like adrenaline pumps into the system. Uh-oh, we're ready to just go. Like we're going to run away from the car, we're going to punch the car, or we're going to freeze when we see the car. Okay? So now you have some dude who is banging a tranny. So we could just say tranny. Some dude, some lefty weirdo dude from the internet. From Discord. How about ask Kane this one, if you could ask him for me. If I were to describe the shooter as some weirdo lefty kid from Discord, would all of his friends know exactly who I'm fucking talking about and even know the clothes they wear? Is that much of an identity? He probably watched My Little Pony as a kid. Poor guy. I digress. And it says that you're gone, but I'm just going to keep going. Boop-a-boop-boop. Okay, and so now they're going to be like, instead of car, they're going to be like tranny fight or flight. Make sense? That make fucking sense? That make fucking sense? Does, like, it looks like there was a conspiracy of a terrorist cell of trannies on the internet who fucking conspired to have Charlie Kirk killed, or were in on it, or were fucking talking about it. I want to say there's less than 10 people who have been caught in chat saying, hey, better watch what's going to happen in Utah. Something's going to happen to Kirk, something's good, and they're just chatting about it, and they're like, same fucking kids try getting me fired, so thoughts and prayers. But now you have like all the right-wing kids, like all the right-wing males who are very right-wing, like all the young males, like the young fighting age, they would be going to war males, now see the left as a threat. And that's an opportunity for shenanigans. It's an opportunity for stuff that ain't good happening. So, my condolences to Kane and everybody and all of us. We might avoid violence. If we could just get through like another week and a half without anything happening, maybe 3 weeks, and we just sort of go back to normal, I would actually argue that that would be the best thing that could happen. Well, secretly the federal government's cracking down on this stuff. That would be fantastic. Ray got a call from a detective and a call from my lawyer immediately afterwards. So I missed a lot. You missed quite a bit, Ray. And I'm glad that they called. I hope they're getting that shit taken care of. And since you put it in the chat, Ray's been going through some stuff. Throw her some love. Just say, hey, Ray, I love you. We would appreciate that. Over here at the Corona Cafe. Which might need to be the Chud Cafe. Chud Coffee. Does that work? Ask Kane if this should be called Chud Coffee. And then, much like Tim Pool, I will sell coffee. Try to fund my show, but I won't go all in like the Quartering, who got wiped out because he spent too much money on coffee. Let's see. Chud Coffee. Chud Mug. I think I might be able to get away. So what we got? So those are the coffee mugs. We're gonna have to go up with. We're gonna have to sue some Redbubble. But I think we can get it. Let me see. Chud Coffee, a phonetic misspelling of Chowd Coffee, a coffee shop in Hidalgo, Texas. Well, thanks again, AI built on Reddit. You nailed it. Okay, well, so Ray, you're back. Anything you want to talk about? This could be your show. If you want to talk about Charlie Kirk and the left and right hitting each other, we're not going to. We talk about guns. Here's a book that I pulled out. I haven't finished yet. I shouldn't even show you, but I'm going to. Because this is a possible future of the United States. Mine Were of Trouble. By Peter Kemp. Oh. It's about the Spanish Civil War. And if you don't know what the Spanish Civil War is, you should check it out. You should just get an idea on what it is. Because that could be the future here. The future of America could be pretty... the future's bright. Okay, so if we could just take, like, we're about to go through something fucking, like, you know, it's funny. Remember the metaphor? Remember how we were all on a starship and we're going through the starship and everything's, like, just going to shit around us and we're in the wormhole and it's like, we got to keep the starship together till we get through this wormhole and we'll get to the other side. Oh, we got to the other side. We're taking fire, like, immediately. It's like, oh, crap. So... there was something there. I missed that one. Chud Coffee layer ritual. Oh yeah, this. So I think we're the dark times. The dark times. That's something I was going to talk about a long time ago, and that lost. So one of my wife's like vampire smut books, and I don't even remember. It's like there's like a demon who goes into this kid, like this teen kid. And she's like, gives him a lot of powers, and then he has to, like, you know, take care of it or he's going to wind up dying. And so one of the things he has to do is, like, suck a whole bunch of life out of everything. But he doesn't want to do it because he's basically a good kid who had a demon come in him. So he winds up, like, just trying to kill bad guys and also, like, fleas. So he just sucks the life energy out of fleas in order to, like, power his his voodoo magic and whatever. So I've got like, the fleas have the mostly subsided, but I have over 100 flea bites on me. 100 fleas. Do you know what fleas are like? Do you have any idea how bad they are and how fucking disgusting they are? Like, oh, Amy's still here. What up? Hey, Amy. Let me know if you want to talk about anything. We're talking fleas. So, like, I get the flea brush, and I'm like, oh, dear God, look at all these things on the dogs. And so, like, you have to get them, and fleas, like, jump like crazy, so you have to grab them. But you can't pinch them with your finger. You have to, like, sit there and crush them. And you can even see which fleas are productive and which ones aren't. Like, like, I get fleas off of me sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I snap. It's like, oh, there's a bunch of my blood all over my fingernails now. Thanks, you dickhead. Because you have to, like, squish them and, like, pop. Fleas I view as a sign of evil. Okay? I believe fleas are of Satan. They are from the fucking devil. And you know what else is? Political assassinations. I think that we are now living through the dark times of the Bible. Legitimately, I think we have fucking entered that period. Now, I don't know what the solution to that period is. I hope it's Jesus Christ coming back and being like, guys, don't worry, I got this. Jesus has got it. And be like, fuck yeah, I'm on your side. I said I was Catholic the whole time. Even when they held their gay gun at me, I said, what the fuck are you doing to me? I'm a Catholic. We don't really hate the gays that much. Ask anybody. Like, the Catholics are kind of okay. We're not that bad. And then they're like, oh, okay, you're Catholic. I guess we'll let that go. You're not one of them Nick Catholics. I'll be like, who's Nick? Anyway. I hope I don't die for that fucking joke in the future. What else do I got? I got the fucking Spanish Civil War. So let's not talk about that. Let's not breathe a bunch of negative stuff into it. Janet Jackson's trending on Twitter. Let's see what that's about. Pop Bass. This features for Cardi B's sophomore album, Am I the Drama? I just can't. Ricky Martin, precious human being, came to see my concert here in Las Vegas. So much love always, Janet Jackson. You know who don't look that young? Janet Jackson, what's his name? Ricky Martin. Living La Vida Loca. They don't look like that, okay? So all you kids watching porn, this ain't what people look like. It's all makeup. I got nothing, guys. I got nothing. I'm just, oh shit, there's a picture of Dickhead. Nick Sorter, I think I'm not going to say he's like suspect or something. Like, I don't exactly trust him. He's got a little bit of the crazy eyes. But his reporting in this, and also like a lot of his reporting are like, things that he just talks about quickly. His quick takes are good. He's not like a retard. They awaken the sleeping giant. President stories because second kinetic strike on a drug boat with narco terrorists. It's fucking like, all the lefties are going to be like, those people's civil rights. But I'm glad Charlie Kirk's dead. J.D. Vance just went off on people calling for unity with radical leftists. There we fucking go. We're back. I'm glad I went to Nick's. Fuck your unity. Shove it up your ass. Fuck unity right now. As a context, I believe that the anti-war left and the anti-war Christians need to fucking combine. I don't know how this happens with like the political environment that we have, but those two groups need to fucking merge in the middle. And that would be a political force that could topple the regime in a relatively healthy way. These guys. They don't have to fucking. They don't have to shoot that many bullets if they wind up coming together. It's just too big of a coalition, and they would bring everybody with them. And then we could have a populist uprising where we get something more like a CEO instead of a dictator. But nobody listens to Jacob. You guys do. There's a point of this. Oh yeah, but fuck dude. Save your crocodile tears. Like, the rhetoric needs to be calmed down on both sides. Not today. Maybe in a week or two. Let the right blow off some steam. Let them get fucking mad. They deserve to. The right has every right to be fucking angry. And I haven't listened to this one. J.D. Vance apparently is, in his moment. Sorry. I didn't have you on the Twitters. Guys, anything you want to talk about, let me know. Okay. Breaking: Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson appears to have confessed to his friends on in Discord chat shortly before turning himself in. Hey guys, I have bad news for you. It was me at UVU. Sorry, I'm just so used to UW. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm surrendering through a sheriff friend in a few moments. Thanks for all the good times and laughs. We need to know more. Who were these friends? Was this the same chat of people who alluded to Tyler being the killer in previous day? Public deserves to know everything. Yeah, poor fucking idiot. J.D. Vance going off. J.D. Vance still going off. There's some J.D. Vance. So I'm going to bet he's like, part of the crew of people that call Vance 48 because they want him to be the next president. Breaking: after President Trump made a veiled threat about the government funding, Clemson University announced they terminated an employee celebrating the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, cancel culture's back. Cancel culture ain't going to work. I think it's because he's a fascist. Let me see. I'm actually going to ask Perplexity that one. What's his name? Tyler Robinson. Tyler. According to Tyler Robinson. Like, there's some stuff that the family said, but I'll just go ahead and read you some Perplexity on this. I'd say displaced anger is really what fucking killed him, but let's go. According to available reporting, Tyler Robinson, the suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk, has not yet directly stated his personal reason for the act in any public statement or confessions, and investigators have noted he is not cooperating with authorities. Multiple sources indicate Robinson has recently become more political, with family recalling dinner conversations in which he expressed disdain for Kirk's views, especially surrounding Kirk's event in Utah Valley University. Law enforcement people close to the investigation suspect Robinson's anger at Kirk's views, reportedly seen as hateful towards gender minorities, as Robinson had a transgender roommate who he was banging. I should find that video. Along with Robinson's increasing leftist ideology, are likely factors in the event, but these are inferred from interviews and digital evidence, not a direct statement from himself. Destroyed note, recovered from the residence, premeditated intent towards Kirk, saying intends to eliminate Charlie Kirk, but there is no published detail or record. He's a crazy leftist, so if I could just try getting in their heads for a second. Young men are violent and dangerous and angry. Where do I tackle this one from, ladies? I think about killing people more than I think about the Roman Empire. That's how much men think about violence, okay? All the time. It's on our brains all the time. I'm 45. My testosterone's way lower than it used to be. And I'm still, fucking ready to go. Just, God, just say something. Just say something. You don't want me to, you don't want to see this red. You don't want me to see red. Okay? So, it's there. And so you have somebody who's isolated from his family. So we'll just go inside the head of the, the shooter. Suspected shooter, alleged shooter, confessed shooter. Fucking the guy. His family's Mormon. So Mormon family, gay kid in a Mormon family, a very right-wing conservative Mormon family, who feels somewhat isolated, living out in Utah, being one of the gays on the outside. So he's on the outs. He's not on the ins. He's the outs. Even though he was not out of the closet. So you have somebody who's isolated and also politically politically active. Young males are pretty political, it seems to me. We'll talk about the ladies later. Maybe another show. But the young men seem to be fairly political and just really charged because there's just so much if you just Google Nick Fuentes, all of a sudden your YouTube's full of Nick shit. I searched something once and now my filter, my feed won't get rid of it. Like, I watched a video of some black guy saying what he thought about Nick. Saying about black guys. And he's like, I agree with this kid. Damn, I'm from Chicago too. Anyways, and so, and young black men loving Nick Fuentes, the fuck is going on in the world? It's because he's gay. And as they say, Nick is a real, I can't say that on YouTube, but he's real. Black men think he's real. Scrolling, what's he like this? The kid and his motivations. So he's like, oh, so he's going into his chat rooms. It's like chat rooms, and the chat rooms are like, you're under attack by these people. They hate you. They want to kill you. They're Nazis. They want to genocide you. So the fucking rhetoric is just so out of control. And so this kid's getting blasted with rhetoric where he's like, those Nazis are my family. And so he's probably like displacing some like familial hatred on Charlie Kirk. Like he's taking it and he's putting it over there. Like, you know, Charlie Kirk represents his father. He doesn't like, and he wants to lash out at his father. It's some sort of like rite of passage, heritage shit, and his like. Just, trust me, it's a little weird in here. Anyways, they're trying to pump that shit out. Oh, fucking! It's 2:00. I gotta go soon, guys. There goes that afternoon. I'll work out tonight. And so he's lashing out at that, and so I think that's probably it. Like that was his motivation. If I had to guess. I'm not leaving just a second, Ray. I'll say goodbye. And so the that's part of it. That's a big part of it. I'll just say that's like the motivation. That was the spark. That was the thrust of it. Now, there might have been feds or people in the chat room who are trying to get this kid to go crazy, because that absolutely does happen. Oh, I don't want you to miss the message. Oh, thank you, Ray. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, by the way. I do. I really appreciate you. Angels on your pillow. But was there like people pushing him to do this? So there is absolutely some sort of effort to get lone wolves to fucking kill people. And lone wolves is part of like a decentralized network of terrorists. And so it's like, it's so loose. I'm not even sure you can call it cells, but I'm not like an expert on this stuff. Anyways, so it's just like, we got to take him out. Because here's the thing about Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was the only Charlie Kirk out there. Like, I didn't listen to his stuff. I don't follow TPUSA. In fact, I found them to be a little bit annoying. Not disagreeing with what they do. In fact, I like that they're going to universities and talking, but like, I don't know, the debate me bro stuff kind of bugs me. And they're also like, and their fights with the Groypers, and also they're like being in bed with the Israelis, and them having falling out with the Israelis is definitely like, you know, something that's interesting right now, but like reporting on it, it's like the Israelis did this, is just fucking stupid. And more disinformation. Like, there's so much disinformation and misinformation out there, it's crazy. Like, you could just track who's full of crap and who's not in real time. And careful what you believe. Unless it comes from me, because I'm pretty good at this. You could argue that Charlie... So, going back to Amy's comment, where it was, they were all devastated. The youth was affected the most, aside from his family and friends, obviously. So young dudes knew who Charlie Kirk was. They listened to him. Like, young, conservative-leaning kids knew exactly who this was. Like, that guy was a pipeline to the Republican Party. A big one. Turning Point USA, like, it's, you know, Turning Point USA is trying to take the colleges back. They're trying to get, like, a foothold in the colleges. Like, all of you Republicans out there, all two or one of you that watch, have your kids get law degrees. Fucking have them become lawyers. Because there are not enough Republican lawyers. Like, even if I was somebody on the left, which I'm left-wing about some things, right-wing about other things, I'm more of like, oh no, just the fucking independent thinker who's annoyed at everything. Who thinks political violence is a fucking bad idea, and so is cutting off your genitals. Why are we encouraging this shit? But fucking whatever. I can't. I literally can't. I can't. That was just so annoying that I don't even remember what my whole point was. Pipeline. Something about a pipeline. Charlie Kirk was the pipeline. He was the school, like, as opposed to the prison to school to prison pipeline, he was the school to Republican pipeline. Universities. And so he's trying to take back the universities. Like, it's any question to anybody in fucking existence that all of the universities are left-wing. All of the law schools are. There's literally no conservative law school in the country. Which is why these judges are just batshit crazy. Trump said he was going to go after the Soros network, and Stephen Miller was alluding to it, which I think they should. I think a lot of this, like, you know, left-wing crazy shit that's being funded through, like, I don't know, these nebulous organizations should be brought up on RICO charges. I also think the right-wing ones should too, for being honest. Like, I really, really want influence operations in this country to stop. That would be fucking great. It's not going to happen, but it would be pretty nice. And then we can all just go back to fucking watching Top Gun and, you know, being awesome again, like in the 80s. Anyways, I'm going to go. I am going to go. I got to go get my kid. Got to go pick up my kid from school. So it's like, blah, 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 blah. Charlie Kirk. Oh, I'm a dad again. That's what life's been. It's life's been like. Well, feeling somewhat isolated. I've been isolated living in the most progressive city in the United States of America. Talking to people are like, I'm just going to say horrible things. And I'm like, why would you say horrible things right now? It's not needed. Rule number 1, do no harm. Okay? Actually, I'm sorry. Rule number 1 is don't make things worse. That's the number 1 fucking rule. That's what I'm going to leave you with, guys. Anyways, I am going to go. I love you. Angels on your pillow. Take care. Say your prayers. Hug your kids. Fucking just being nice to each other. Try being nice. De-escalate. Rule number 1 is don't make things worse. De-escalation is part of that, I want to say. But de-escalation may have its own rule. All right. I'll talk to you guys.